Margaret took her seat at the round table by the window, where the Willamette River sparkled under the city lights. For a moment. She allowed herself to breathe in the elegance and imagined she was simply another grandmother enjoying a family night out. "Mom, you look lovely tonight," Claire said, leaning across the table to kiss Margaret's cheek. Her voice was smooth, but there was a stiffness in her smile that Margaret had seen before. Usually when Claire wanted something, Daniel, tall and broad-shouldered, pulled out his chair with a little too much confidence. He wore the smug grin of a man who always believed he was the cleverest in the room. Ethan slid into the seat beside Margaret. He was only 20, but his tall frame and quiet demeanor gave him an air of maturity that often surprised her. Tonight, though, he seemed restless. His leg bounced under the table, his eyes flicked toward his parents, then away, then toward the entrance. "Shall we toast?" Daniel lifted his glass of Cabernet. "To family and to new beginnings." Margaret raised her glass, though she felt a tiny knot form in her stomach. New beginnings. The phrase clung to her like a shadow. Dinner arrived, filet mignon, roasted duck. A selection of wines so expensive, Margaret instinctively calculated their retail price in her head. Conversation flowed easily at first. Daniel boasted about his latest business opportunity. Claire chimed in about the potential profits. They painted vivid pictures of international markets and breakthrough technologies, each word crafted like bait on a hook. Margaret listened politely, though she'd heard it all before. Skims dressed as dreams. Investments that dissolved like smoke. But what unsettled her wasn't Daniel's rehearsed pitch. It was Ethan. The young man barely touched his food. His eyes darted constantly, like someone waiting for an alarm to sound. When Margaret asked about his classes, he answered with clipped words, then glanced back at his parents. Something was gnawing at him. Halfway through dessert, Daniel leaned forward, his voice dropping. There's something we'd like to discuss with you. A private opportunity. One that could change everything for this family. Here it was." Margaret set down her fork, keeping her expression calm. "Go on." But before Daniel could continue, Ethan suddenly grabbed her arm under the table. His grip was firm, almost desperate. His lips barely moved as he whispered, "Grandma, we need to leave now." Margaret blinked, startled.